everybody. So today we are reading chapter 12 and 13 of the Zoey and Sassafras book. Please be sure to check out Miss Kenni's activity that she has made to go along with these chapters. I'm sure it's going to be really, really cool. So chapter 12 is called Carnivore, Omnivore. I darted around the kitchen. I needed some kind of animal meat. I opened the fridge. Yes! I'd forgotten that Dad had gone fishing with his friends a few days before. He always saves a few of the smallest fish as treats for Sassafras. I grabbed 2 fish. Hey Sassafras, can you share one of these fish with Marshmallow? Sassafras stared at both fish and meowed loudly. He grabbed one, dropped it in his food bowl, and took a bite. That left me with 1 fish. I figured that counted as permission to share it with the baby dragon. I didn't wait to see if Sassafras would change his mind. I quickly gathered the other things I needed for the experiment and went straight to the barn with Sassafras at my heels. If Marshmallow ate either the fish or the worms but ignored the plants, he was probably a carnivore. If he ate just the plants, he was probably an herbivore. And if he ate both meat and plants, he would probably be an omnivore. I knew I should be writing all of this in my journal, but would have to wait until later. Little Marshmallow needed me to be quick. He was still lying there, slumped on the ground and barely awake. I didn't think he'd make it over to the plate, so I put them all right in front of him. Sassafras meowed and stared at the fish longingly. I picked him up and petted him. It gave my nervous hands something to do. I waited. Nothing happened. Little Marshmallow was too weak. I snuggled Sassafras and tried to think. What could I do? Maybe I should put the food right up to his mouth? I dangled some worms in front of him and wiggled them. Want a little taste? Marshmallow took a lick and then laid his head back down. I tried the same thing with each of the other foods. He gave them all 1 lick, but he didn't eat any of them. I sat on the ground and put my head in my hands. I couldn't even watch anymore. Then I heard a sound. I looked up to see Marshmallow crawling over the fish. He swallowed the whole thing in 1 gulp. Then he tucked his tail under his head and closed his eyes and went to sleep. I crossed my fingers and toes that the fish and the nap would do the trick. It was breaking my heart to see little Marshmallow so sick. Sassafras bumped my chin with his head and purred. He could tell I was super worried about Marshmallow. I decided to read through the rest of the reptile book just in case there was something I missed. Sassafras curled up in my lap like a warm, rumbling blanket as I read. Chapter 13. Mom! My eyes flew open and I looked around. The reptile book had fallen out of my hands. Sassafras quietly snored on my chest. I must have fallen asleep while I was reading. I heard my dad calling my name. Huh? Was it dinner time already? Sassafras and I ran into the house and looked around, confused. Is it time for dinner? Dad laughed. Did you forget your mom was coming home today? Mom's back? Mom's back! Mom! I ran to her office, hugged her, and then burst into tears. I messed everything up. There was a baby dragon, and I wasn't sure what was wrong. I fed him marshmallows, and at first he got better, but then he got so much worse. I tried to fix it by feeding him fish, but I don't know if it worked. I don't want him to die, I sobbed. My mom knelt down and looked me in the eye. Oh, Zoe, you must have been very worried, but magical animals are much tougher than you think. Let's go see how he's doing. And stay tuned for next week with chapter 14. And again, keep an eye out for the cool activities that we have planned for you to go along with chapter 14 and 15. Bye, guys.